What am I doing? What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be doing a spoiler-free review of Slaxx. And it is a screening that I caught at the Mile High Horror Film Festival that's going on now to October 4th. And it's about killer pants. Let's dive in. All right, guys, so I recorded this before and I didn't have my audio on, so I'm going to redo this. And you know what? Hey, second time's a charm. Anyway, so I got to check out this funny movie. It's a comedy horror movie at the Mile High Horror Festival by Elsa Kephart. It is a movie about a possessed pair of jeans that somehow makes its way into a trendy sort of clothing store and wreaks havoc on all the employees. Now, as ridiculous and awesome as that sounds, it is exactly that. And I actually really enjoyed this movie. For such a small kind of concept, it actually kind of keeps it together without going too far into the absurd. Sure, it's going to be absurd to a degree, but some of these movies that have these kind of concepts go way out there. And this is not one of those films. This is actually kind of shot in a very traditional and very well shot way. And some of the humor in this movie, it's a mixed bag of whether or not it's going to be laugh out loud or, you know, slapstick or whatever, but I got a mix of just about everything. And man, holy shit, is it gory. It's actually pretty damn gory. Now, not every scene you're going to see is going to be some practical effects, like amazing thing, but there is some actual real practical effects and gore in this film, and they kind of choose to spread it out a little bit. I don't know if that's because of money, you know, because it does cost a lot of money to do practical effects, but thank you for putting it in here. I really appreciate it. Now, Elsa Kephart actually also co-wrote this, so the director co-wrote this with Patricia Gomez, which apparently the story is she went on a road trip and they were just thinking of words that would have been weird to say, and then it turned into something, which Slaxx was those words. And they kept saying it over and over and over again, and eventually it turned into like a sort of a killer pants story in her mind. And they made it. I think it was like 15 years later. So, dreams do happen, folks. But yeah, like this isn't your trauma sort of style killer condom type movie, although it will probably appeal to some of those people too, but it's not so over the top. It's actually kind of played kind of straight, and some of the characters in this are really sycophantically funny because there's a theme in this movie that has to deal with corporations, and it's pretty obvious. I mean, one of the logos on the pants is actually a symbol that's kind of, I don't want to say because I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but you'll know when you see it, you'll be like, oh, I get it. And I get it, Elsa. I get it. But yeah, this is just a fun movie. I mean, it's smaller. It's an indie film. If you like comedy and you like horror and you want to see some blood and some guts and some pretty silly situations that actually did have me laugh out loud, but they weren't surprisingly the ones that I thought I was going to be laughing at. It was some of the character work, specifically a manager in this movie, that just had me rolling in the very beginning of the movie when things starts to unfold. I just couldn't stop laughing because it's just so ridiculous how they react, which just made it that much more fun. But yeah, I saw this at the film festival and I'm really glad I got to catch it. I would say that this movie is probably a 7.5 or an 8. Honestly, for an indie film that's on a smaller scale like this, it did everything pretty damn well. And I would love to see more stuff like this from you guys. Let me know when you got another project that's coming out there, because to be able to make this work is in some ways kind of like the movie Rubber. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Rubber, guys, and I don't mean to compare this movie to it, but you know, I got to make some comparisons so people know what to expect. But it's just that kind of ridiculousness. Only this movie has a little bit more of a message, I think, than Rubber did, because if you recall seeing that movie, no reason was the biggest thing that they kept saying. But if you're a fan of Rubber, I would say that you would absolutely love this film. Some of the characters that you will not like are fun to watch die. So check it out if you can. Have you guys seen this movie yet? Are you excited to see it? Please watch the trailer, because I think once you see the trailer, you'll totally get it. It's a kind of an obvious choice to want to watch. And let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going to be attending the Mile High Horror Film Festival like I have? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, long live the void.